Hi Collective, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationships with ourselves first, okay? So we can have a healthy relationship outside of ourselves, but it comes with managing our emotions. I know it's not always easy in our trials and tribulations because this is Earth School, okay? We're here to graduate from our flaws, okay? We're here to identify intuition. Oops. Out in the open, you could be thinking about a loving woman. Because now you're looking at someone is looking at an illusion. Someone's confused because they're looking at the energy of their feelings. Someone's feelings seems to be a little bit confused, an illusion. They don't want to look around. Because you're looking at the Seven of Cups, you're looking at your dreams, okay? Maybe it's about your darkest fears, because there's nothing in there. Someone needs to look deep within themselves, because now we're looking at Seven of Cups associated with Venus, the planet love of affection. Maybe looking at desire when it comes to water sign, comes to mystery, comes to depth of someone's feelings. Maybe you're looking at your dreams, like the universe, what makes your dreams come true. Try and ask life what you really truly want and be specific, because the universe works with you, not against you. Maybe you're not looking within yourself. Maybe you fear the unknown. Maybe you feel like you're down on your luck. Maybe you was hoping for an improvement in the situation. Things couldn't get much worse, but right now, however, your future is nothing more than just clouds, uncertainty, wishful thinking, empty. It's like empty promises. You keep getting promises, and promises are comfort to a fool. So maybe you're in that comfort where you're in that comfort. People keep doing promises, and promises are coming to a fool. Maybe look at the possibilities and you keep staying in that comfort zone of possibilities. Like anything can happen anytime now, anytime now. And the dream seems to be out of reach where there's no options. Because now you're looking at no options. All glitter isn't gold. There's normally the snakes in there, the castles in there, the dragons in there. Someone's in an illusion. Someone's in an error. Some maybe feel, someone feels they made an error when it comes to the desire to hang on to a promise, and now it's come to an energy of non-fulfillment. You could be a chemist into chemistry, a detective, philosophy, because now it's in the energy of maybe Aquarius. Into me, I feel, because into me, I think. Promise is a comfort to a fool. If I turn around, I look at my own self, I can see my own resources, but in the mind, I'm conflicted to do so. Maybe someone's in a conflicted, mixed emotions, mixed emotions. Someone feels as if they have to fight because now you're looking at a conquest to defeat an illusion someone's not seeing. Look within your dreams, collective. It seems that you have a battle with the mind. The mind needs to be matched with the emotions. Because now you're looking at a struggle when it comes to sportsmanship. There seems to be an imbalance of power. Someone feels defeated or humiliated because now you can failure, loss, and dishonor. Because it seems to malice and slander, a short-lived victory. Because there was a promise, and the promises are coming to a fall. Yeah. Because the Five of Swords is normally related to love and affection, just like the cup. So now you look at maybe an Aquarius when it comes to social groups and futuristic thinking. Maybe someone's conflicted with maybe a Aquarius person, futuristic thinking when it comes to change, when it comes to spirituality, confusion, when it comes to vampire energies. Someone feels defeated. There seems to be someone fighting within the mind when it comes to a heartbreak, stagnation, sorrows. So now someone's probably looking at the possibilities to water away smokes and mirrors, maybe. Maybe that's the situation. But now you're seeing two attackers, and you're really seeing like you're beating one. Someone's dropped their swords, someone's fleeing, and then someone's staying. And now you're looking at other people, and you're looking at the pain of the mind of the war, because now the feelings are hurt, maybe because of finances or because of like short-lived victory. So maybe someone feels defeated. You could be thinking about the Queen of Cups, a very nurturing person. It's like she's a mermaid and she just comes up and she found maybe a love of her life. And when she's ready, she just goes back down. She's hiding her feelings. Or she's catching her feelings. Or she catch some feelings. Someone's caught feelings and now someone's conflicted at the mind when it comes to spirituality. Go within, my darlings. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Because when you're around people that's lying, stealing, cheating, that's still a sense of unknown, isn't it? So why not do it in the perfect way, in the spiritual way? Walk in love, talk in truth, and try and correct your flaws. And there's your message from the soul to bring in your Ace of Pentacles. You don't have to be conflicted of the mind, you know. Someone feels like they've been blown into danger, but at the same time, he's in no danger of being swept away, because I ain't got the soul of the self, giving the messages. Because remember, it's futuristic. You're looking at futuristic energy. You know that the Aquarius, they're all about bringing light to darkness, shining with hope and inspiration. That's all about the Aquarius energy. They bring light to the dark. So now maybe someone feels inspired by the soul of the self, because guess what? You are the star. The star is in you, collective. Okay. So now I can see you going into the energy of looking at maybe mixed messages. Okay. So use your intuition to bring that speed when it comes to new developments, maybe messages from afar. Maybe you was shocked and you felt defeated by messages from afar. Now you look at action. Sorry, I'm biting my nail. Sorry, collective. I didn't do that. Long distance. You're looking at long distance communication, maybe instant messages. Maybe you feel mixed emotions, you feel defeated because it was a short-lived victory when it comes to smelling the roses. Somebody's smelling the roses. Maybe someone took some time before they took the leap of faith. Because now maybe you predicted a domestic dispute for married couples. Or you're looking at maybe a castle at the distance to represent maybe a watchfulness when it comes to refuge, loyalty, sovereign, divine guidance. Someone looking for divine guidance, go within, collective, okay? Don't be afraid to hear your own inner voice. The more you tell the truth, the more you trust your inner voice, so that you can defeat and be more determined with strength, okay? And triumph and success to go forward, away from feeling maybe confused at the feelings of mixed emotions, maybe from a message from afar that bring the mind into like a battle, okay? You could be looking at disloyalty, or maybe you don't trust a message that came from afar. It brings fear to the ear, because maybe the message was pointing out they had an enemy at the gate of the cliff. So maybe someone can't take the leap of faith. Yeah, there seems to be a conflict, maybe, for someone to take the leap of faith. Because now you're looking at a spiritual battle. A spiritual battle. So now this is not high-tech battle. Instead, it's a struggle for land, maybe, or dominance, or a position. Someone's looking at a situation where maybe someone's on a hill behind fighters, the no-nos and the nay-nays. When it comes to maybe a spiritual battle, there's maybe too much intellectual and logical when it comes to maybe the weapon of choices. Because now you're looking at the Seven of Wands. and you're looking at the Eight of Wands, because Eight of Wands is mixed messages, and now someone mixed message that someone's going for a spiritual battle. So now someone being determined with the strength and the triumph and success to beat the spiritual battle by listening to the inner self, and don't be feared as you have enemies at the gates. The enemy at the gates to hell. So now you're looking at, maybe on the astrology side, you're looking at a spiritual warrior, the energy of maybe a Leo. Because when it comes to the courage of creativity, we're looking at, before you engage in yet another battle, reflect and ask for the strength you need. Because it's like your home is your fortitude, isn't it? So like we're like back with energy. This is why all my messages, all right, are timeless. Okay, you can come at any time. Okay, but the same thing. Your energy is your home. You can recharge your battery. Okay, there seems to be a battle. So you're looking at maybe a symbol of fighters. Okay, fighting. Maybe to take the leap of faith forward, away from maybe manipulation, or forward into taking a leap of faith. I thought I saw you from somewhere before. Yes, hanging on a cliff. Hanging on a cliff, smelling at roses. Look at him smelling at roses on the edge of the cliff. Maybe he was smelling the roses of maybe messages that came in shock from afar. Because now you're looking at the Fool. This is like the happy wanderer with plenty of time to stop and smell the roses. Because the Fool is original, he's a free thinker, is a rebel. Maybe looking at a fire sign, maybe it's Sagittarius or Aquarius or Scorpio, Leo person. Maybe looking at the original thinker, maybe an air sign person when it comes to aligning himself closely with the planet of Uranus. Because Uranus planet is all about innovations, all right? It's all about revolution. It's all about future thinking, because it's very unusual and very unpredictable. Because now you're looking at the Fool. Many people say, oh, they're crazy. Why? Because they see things in the future, unexpected developments. So there seems to be unexpected developments when it comes to the energy behind maybe a Aquarius person. Maybe look at the sign of maybe social groups or futuristic thinking. So now you're looking at maybe the planet of Aquarius. When it comes to maybe friendships, clubs, humanitarian causes, and maybe utopia vision. Someone's got a utopia or utopian, I think that's the right word, okay, when it comes to seeing, because now someone's seeing that they don't have to take any baggage, no expectations, but don't sit there too long smelling the roses, babe. It will come with too much conflicts, all right, unless you know about conflict resolution, which is a very handy tool in the bag, all right. Someone's going with no expectations, no baggage, and they look at freedom. We're looking at new beginnings, fresh starts. Okay, we're looking at an adventure, because we're not going to be enslaved to gravity. Ooh. We're looking at being a feather to go with the wind, to co-create with the universe. The universe does not co-create without you. It's about calmness of the emotions, and don't worry about uncertainties, okay? When it comes to day-to-day life, maybe someone's heartbroken, a King of Wands. Maybe at home, maybe heartbroken about knowing about the Empress. Or maybe he married the wrong Empress and he's praying to God, oh God, please let this work out for me. Okay, so taking the leap of faith, because someone's on a spiritual journey, it can come with rocky pathways, and also it can come with possibilities of stumbling blocks, okay? And that's things that we built within ourselves, because that's a square. We could be looking at, I had the word earlier, something angles. P, here's a P. And my phone is ringing. All right. We're looking at optimism, a free thinking person, okay? He's carrying his stick, but he's let go of it, because he's not carrying with any baggage, no expectations, okay? Because what he needs, he owns everything within themselves, all right? So they're going free life baggage. Could be a Leo person. Maybe look at the strength of being the lion, look at the fortitude of the home is the seat of the soul, all right? Okay, so now you look at their own inner strength, becomes an unconditional love to start all over again. Maybe someone's in a battle with short-lived victory. Okay, because what's sticking out? Judgment. Someone's under judgment, looking at judgment when it comes to maybe the strength. Okay, maybe someone's making a decision how to take the leap of faith, because now you look at spiritual warfare when it comes to energy. Maybe look at your own judgment. Maybe when it comes to when it comes to passing down generational wealth. What does generational wealth mean to you? Let's walk an example. Okay, can I look at the strength, the goddess of strength that dominates humility and grace to overcome a brutal force? It comes from within, the strength from within yourself. Maybe looking at your confidence, your courage, your power, your energy comes from within, collective. Don't keep walking in the energy of lust, all right? Bring in more self-control. Someone has self-control, self-discipline when it comes to maybe the animal nature. Okay, the animal nature in someone is the lion. So now looking at the ability to master, okay, when you're making decisions, okay, someone's mastering to come away from fear and embarrassment or self-criticism or shyness from short-lived victory. Okay, so you can take that leap of faith. Someone's made that and making a judgment. Someone has a calling when it comes to the strength. We're looking at a barefooted goddess. We're looking at an animal nature when it comes to the instincts, desire, because the lion suggests it's about food, sleep, pre-creation, co-creation, self-preservation. The word did not come out, did it? It's about self-preservation. That's it. So now we're looking at, it could be, you're looking at two figures, okay? Or you could be looking at two different figures in one, or two different separate single personalities, okay? Now you're looking at divine feminine, divine masculine. We're looking at maybe distant obstacles when it comes to the safety and protection of one's nature, when it comes to boundaries. Maybe someone's taming the beast within themselves and they didn't have good news, okay? You could be looking at a young woman, a strong, self-assured woman. She dares to stand alone and she's unprotected. Because why? She's got her own inner strength, baby. Own inner strength. Someone's looking at judgment. Oh, heartbreak. Someone's mending a heartbreak, okay? It's okay to take time out to mend a heartbreak, alright? Because now we're looking at judgment, a decision. Someone's looking at judgment, clarity. Someone's maybe making a final decision about a short-lived victory that seems to be a battle of the mind, but now they're understanding if they use their intuition, they can find their own spiritual gifts, okay, and take that energy and use a judgment to make a difference between living and the dead. That's a bit harsh, isn't it? We're looking at changes. We're looking at the higher calling, all right? We're looking at higher calling. We're looking at forgiveness. We're releasing to renewal. It's about rebirth. Someone's going for a rebirth because we're looking at karma. We're looking at destiny. We're looking at responsibility, judgment. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Someone has run out of their options. Miss Queen of Pentacles up for judgment. So now we see maybe a Queen of Pentacles when it comes to changes. Maybe looking at the weakness of indecisions, delays, and unwillingness to forgive and move on. Maybe looking at Pluto. Maybe looking at unavoidable changes when it comes to the energy of the living and the dead. Maybe looking at the desire of a Scorpio person. When it comes maybe fascination with the dark mysteries of human nature. Maybe look at maybe the 8th house when it comes to astrologers looking information about sex, death, and inheritance. So now someone wants to rise and shine, okay? So now it's called rise and shine. Maybe someone wants forgiveness because your past is your past. And now maybe someone's being called for a new life of happiness and wholeness. But nope, someone's under judgment. Oh yeah, and Miss Queen of Pentacles. What's the difference between dead and alive. So somebody was out researching, looking for information about sex, death, and inheritance. And now the Queen of Pentacles is up in a battle in the mind because of her decisions. Now people are talking about this, about her journey. She's a fool when it comes to Leo's decision. We're looking at Judgment Day. Okay. We're looking at messengers. You've got to listen to your intuition. Someone's using their higher self. Because now someone's looking at the energy that can't be destroyed. Okay, and comes to the angels. Normally we call that Gabrielle, Angel Gabrielle, I think that is. I've only met God before. I haven't been introduced like that. So now look at the union between male and female, the positive and the negative. Maybe looking at the symbols of rescue, health, and healing. Because now you're looking at the veil between heaven and earth. We saw what Queen of Pentacles was doing. She was learning about sex, death, and inheritance. So now there seems to be the angels, the 12 juries are her, and they've gone to make a judgment. They're giving their case to God, the judge. So you're looking at the 12 juries, all right? These are Aries, you rule the head and the face. Taurus, you're the neck and the throat. Cancer is the breast and the stomach. Virgo, you're the intestines. Scorpio, you're the genitals. Okay, and this is what Miss Queen of Pentacles was studying about sex, inheritance, and death. Someone's looking at maybe Capricorn when it comes to the knees. Pisces is the feet. Aquarius, you're the legs and the blood. Sagittarius, you're the thighs. And Libra, you're the kidney. Alright, and Leo, you're the heart and the back, and Gemini, you are the arms and the legs. The lungs, sorry. So now the 12 juries are here, and they're looking at God's Turaka that went into illusion because somebody was studying dark magic for death, inheritance, and sex. So now you have to listen to your intuition for the inner details, because now you're looking at judgment when it comes to maybe unavoidable changes when it comes to Miss Queen of Pentacles. Okay, we're looking at the Temperance card. All right, we're looking at a situation where it's about balance, harmony, patience, self-control. Someone's got a judgment under self-control from the earth angels. So now someone's looking at messages from an earth angel to take a leap of faith. Because now someone looks like they turned their back from a Queen of Pentacles. Because somebody was looking at someone's home, a Leo's home, the angels maybe. Because now you're looking at the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, my darling, is if someone was looking at maybe someone's achievements when it comes to acclaim, acclamations. Someone was hawking at maybe sending and receiving messages and reading massive of messages when it comes to maybe at someone's home. So they were learning about sex, death, and inheritance. Because now you're looking at a situation, maybe an Aries person, maybe looking at the sign of leadership and intuition. You have to lead the temper of the self. Remember, your home is your fortune, because you are energy like a battery. You have to plug yourself in. So your home is your fortune. Someone was looking at maybe the price of this home when it comes to commerce, corporation, or a business. Somebody wanted to look perfect for public appearance when it comes to prosperity. Someone looking at peace and good fortune, take a leap of faith away from Queen of Pentacles. Because now they're looking at union, the earth angels are watering when it comes to happiness and the marriage. But instead it went in instability and a shake-up, because now there's a conflict. There seems to be a conflict when it comes to leadership and initiations. Somebody was looking visibly at your success when it comes, because it was in plain sight. So now someone's about to receive a reply to a question you've been asked in a message that you sent. Okay, maybe, baby. Somebody wants harmony, stability. Someone sees the Empress as peaceful in their community. We're looking at stability that comes from close comfort, committed partnership. So when you look at astrology, we're looking at maybe the god of war when it comes to the Four of Wands. Because there was instability and conflicts in this home when it comes to unions, good fortune, because somebody was learning about death and inheritance in this house. So now someone's under judgment. Somebody was trying to act like the Empress, a Queen of Pentacles. There seems to be a Tower moment, unwanted changes when it comes to someone's soul of the self. We're looking at a Tower moment for a Queen of Pentacles, still under judgment. So now maybe the judgment marks the difference between living and the dead. We're looking at Gabriel, Angel Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, when it comes to get ready to rise and leave this Queen of Pentacles with the dead, where she fucking belongs. Because now you're looking at the strength is associated with the Leo. Okay, making the strength of maybe the Empress or the strength of a Leo person. You're looking at Tower moment. Someone looking at unwanted changes. Someone created a false foundation, knowing that emails were sent about God. Okay, we're looking at maybe the art of finding the balance between extremes, and this person couldn't find the balance between extremes, mercy and charity. Okay, we're looking at maybe someone demonstrating the art of grace. Okay, that was under an illusion. Because now we're looking at a destroyer when it comes to maybe imbalance, mismanagement, inconsiderable differences. Because now a Queen of Pentacles is under judgment, God's judgment, darling. Okay? Because now you're looking at a situation where someone was exploring the extremes of the outer fridges, okay, to find the ground of maybe someone's travel fees. Because now you're looking at travel wide and never leaving home. Maybe someone's fixated, man, with someone's yard. Somebody was looking for education in philosophy from a long distance message. Maybe from such a Sagittarius person. For luck and expansion. So now someone's being honest and frank about maybe a surprise in a letter that was sent from far. Maybe you're waiting for the message or an answer when it comes to motion of stillness. Because now look at maybe stationary. Okay, because now there's a Tower moment, unwanted changes. But the devil's in the Tower. Because now you're looking at a situation when it comes to someone's fortitude. Someone was seeking shelter from the storm. Maybe a Queen of Pentacles. She's bringing danger, drama. She tried to escape her financial ruins. We have an insight, someone's illumination. Because now we have an enlightenment. They're looking at inspiration. We have an epiphany, an awakening. Someone looking at freedom, liberation to release from the Queen of Pentacles. That is an energy of a destroyer. Because now you're looking at destruction, upheaval. We're looking at ruins of alarm when it comes to difficulties. Look at opposition of imprisonment. We're looking at reliability, maybe. Somebody was maybe ducking for cover because they're about to be hit by a bolt. Oh, yeah. Now, someone feels trapped. Maybe. We're looking at the Tower associated with Mars. It's about energy, aggression. Somebody was very aggressive when it comes to building a fake tower. They were looking at maybe trying to be self-defense because they were looking at maybe a masculine. So this is a masculine energy when it comes to Mars. Can I look at maybe a situation when it comes to information about leadership? When it comes to maybe Aries person, when it comes to maybe leading a foundation that needs to come down because it's under judgment. What's the difference between dead and alive? It's about entity. It's not about race. It's not about your class. It's about energy. That's when you understand who is the walking dead and who is the soul. And now we're looking at the Magician. Someone is focused on someone's creativity because they were studying information about inheritance, death, and sex from this Queen of Pentacles. that was on her table. That's her only option she has, you see. So now she's under judgment. Oh yeah, for manipulation. Because now we're looking at manifestation. When it comes to your heart, it needs to be open. Okay? Because now you've got all the tools on the table when you get rid of this Miss Queen of Pentacles. They're under judgment. God will be, oh yeah, preparing your table in front of the enemy, because this is called justice time. Okay? Spiritual justice is here, because now we look at the master of time and space, because he creates his own reality. You could be looking at maybe a Leo person. You could be looking at the magic of power of manipulation from a Queen of Pentacles. You could be looking at self-confidence when it comes to talent, willpower, cunning when it comes to showmanship from a Queen of Pentacles. Misusing gifts and talents, doing trickery-dickery with her dark hands. When you bleach your face, make sure you bleach your hands, my darling. We're looking at what floats above your head, and it was a Queen of Pentacles, manipulation, cunning, misuse of gifts. So now we look at the Magician, the white. It represents the pure innocence of the soul. The soul is the seat and symbolizes the nature and the nurture of a human body. Can I look at the soul? It comes to Mercury, fast-moving planet, speed of communication, about a Queen of Pentacles that created a myth. Okay, so doesn't understand the legend of God, my darling. When you don't have a soul, somebody was making manipulative messages about the messenger of God. So now we're looking at a trickster with skill at manipulation, misdirection as a director, misdirection, okay, of misused gifts, acting like a director or an EP. For some of you, you could be a Gemini person associated with lovers, Virgo, maybe you're looking at maybe a Virgo person when it comes to conversation, when it comes to maybe work and service to other people, learning about sex, inheritance and death. Someone's under judgment, a Queen of Pentacles. You could be looking and thinking of the force of the move when it comes to speed of light and the hand that was quicker than the eye, they thought. We're looking at maybe completing this cycle, because now someone's in the Tower. We're looking at the world, okay? We're looking at the energy of the world. We're looking at a Tower moment for Queen of Pentacles. You can see the pictures. Do not let any of my messages be forced, okay? Let it resonate. What is for you, keep for you. What is not for you, please leave it on the table. Because now we're looking at completion, okay? But not for everyone. There seems to be one chapter closed for another to start. Someone's embracing the arms and the legs of spirituality. Looking at the kiss of the bodies emerging when we come to the soul world. Looking at the ultimate one body, one soul, one purpose. And someone didn't have that with us, so they're not allowed into this world. So now Queen of Pentacles will be staying outside. We're looking at maybe the twin souls, okay, are surrounded by giant luck, surrendered. What do you call it? The wealth, that lucky thing. I can't say that word. So now you're looking at forever. Because the zodiac stands for the God of all four corners of the universe. We're looking at the Wheel of Fortune. We're looking at Aquarius, Scorpio, the Phoenix, Leo, the Lion. We're looking at Aquarius, the Angel, and Taurus, the Bull. So now you're looking at who represents the four elements when it comes to dimensions of the four cardinals of directions of the four suits of the minor arcanas. So now you're looking at eternity. We're here to look for our purpose. And now you're looking at a major arcana with a new cycle, adventure, experience from every day. When it comes to our connections, when it comes to unifications, unity, completions of cycles that don't fit for our highest good. We're looking at perfection. It comes from within, not from outside of ourselves, for the success to celebrate the soul world. Look at the wholeness of unity when it comes to bringing heaven on earth, baby. Okay? So we're looking at the angel of Aquarius, the Scorpio of the Phoenix, the Lion of the Leo, and we're looking at Taurus of the Bull. Someone's running out like a bull in a china shop amidst Queen of Pentacles. We're looking at maybe amidst Queen of Pentacles, all right? When it comes to the energy of abundance, when it comes to maybe prosperity. Okay. There seems to be a pause, a stagnation, because someone bringing the energy of shallowness when it comes to the energy of the Queen of Pentacles that's meant to rule the world with emotional energy of the four queens. Queen Pentacles is meant to be mellow, growing wild in nature. But unfortunately, this person took her throne and threw it in the bin to learn about sex, inheritance, and death for afterlife. This person was married for convenience, so now we see the Queen of Pentacles. We're looking at her sitting comfortably on her throne, arms sitting in her sides. That just means prim and proper. We're looking at maybe an earthly grounded person in a physical, sensational, lusty person. When it comes to the suit, she looks well rounded because the Queen of Pentacles is associated with money and material possessions. Queen of Pentacles also connected to the riches, the wealth, because now she is resourceful when it comes to her investments, when her time, energy, and projects, it cannot fail. Unfortunately, when it comes to the creativity, fertility, and resourcefulness, when it comes to wealth, security, generosity, or maybe the confidence, we're looking at a very evil, mistrusted person when it comes to Queen of Pentacles. She invested in herself. She's shallow, okay? She's a narcissist, a social climber, and a social path. We're looking at maybe a Capricorn when it comes to the sign of the goat, the devil's head. We're looking at maybe when it comes to leadership, poor leadership. They've been judged for their leadership. We're looking at all they have is that physical existence, because that's all they have, to act like they're a savvy businesswoman who can bring in ranges of resources for her people. She's lying, so she's under judgment. Someone is stuck in a tower, okay? Queen of Pentacles is in her tower. Oh yeah, no more Rapunzel, let your hair down. Nope, no more for you, my friend. Someone bringing danger, drama, okay? They had no insight, okay? They bring in destruction, because now we're looking at upheaval and a fail. We're looking at someone aggressively building a false foundation. God told this person to stop, and they refused to listen. So now looking at a soul world. Someone doesn't have a soul. So I don't know how you expect to take advice from someone that's soulless. There you go. Don't have a soul. So they're under judgment. When it comes to maybe a Leo person, and when it comes to Ace of Pentacles. What's kicking out? A Queen of Swords. The Empress. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Emperor. What's in the tower? The Devil. What do we need? Balance. Okay, take a look at these cards. Maybe we can fix it up. Okay, so now we're looking at a soul world, a world of souls. So this is Judgment Day. And now someone's in their thoughts. They want to win at any cost, all right? When it comes to building a false foundation at any cost, all right? Someone bringing the energy, okay, of hope, but it was fear under the shadows of a Queen of Pentacles. Someone bringing secrets, okay, because they bring in illusions when it comes to subconscious mind. We're looking at deception, the darkness, the danger of hidden enemies, a Queen of Pentacles. We're looking at a situation, or look at maybe a new cycle when it comes to new projects, okay? Or maybe look at the frustrations that we've reached when it comes to a battle. Someone feels defeated, maybe. You could be thinking maybe about the illusions of maybe someone doesn't have an intuition. So now someone's under judgment, because now you've got the light and the heat of the earth. We're looking at maybe the rising sun, okay? All right? We're looking at the soul of the self. We're looking at maybe a situation when we're looking at The nude represents the innocence, okay? The sunflower represents the soul of the self, okay? And now you're looking at maybe the wall. The wall means when you connect to the soul of the self, God protects you from outside forces. So now we look at the symbol of illumination. So now we look at enlightenment. Someone feels very enlightened and in action. When it comes to the universe does not co-create without you. But when you get too near to the sun and you're lying, you get burnt. Because when it comes to African purpose, when you teeth, you get burnt. Do you understand? Right. So now, maybe someone's looking at the solar system as represent a true center. You have to center yourself with self-discipline, self-control. Because now you look at the existence when it comes to the symbols of consciousness, self-awareness, and the ego. Someone's stuck in their ego. Why? Because someone was looking at the energy of a Leo person. And when it comes to happiness, or maybe the Queen of Swords, but was in action, this person is going to get sunburn, overexposure, blindness, drought, global fucking warming. Too much darkness from this Queen of Pentacles. The devil in the tower. So now you're looking at the energy, okay, of maybe the solar system when it comes to the system of the self. It's a point of like a horoscope. So the sun you could be sun Capricorn, sun Taurus, sun Aquarius, because that's when you're born around the sun. Do you understand? Okay, so the sun is the soul, the father that plays the procreation of recreation. Do you understand? It's the masculine when it comes to information to create the energy and the drive to move you forward into your pentacle that God gives you because you're very gifted. Why? Because we are the pentacle. Open mind, all right? Because the pentacle means earth, isn't it? We're on earth. So our shell is a pentacle. It's a shell. It's a solid. Do you understand? So now we'll maybe look at something every day. It's a new day. And I'm looking at rebirth. And we're looking at information about energy. And somebody was reading about energy, how to unalive someone through energy, through the energy of death and alive, the middle passage. This is why Queen of Pentacles has been under judgment come to spirituality. You mustn't do that. It's wrong what she did. She's in trouble. She's in deep shit trouble, boy. So now you're looking at the Ace of Pentacles, all right? Maybe you're looking at the Ace of Pentacles when it comes to practicality, okay? Maybe someone feels grounded, all right? Because what's above is below, okay? It represents earth itself. So now the 12 jewelries are on earth in the garden, taking down the names because Satan claws came down the chimney and wanted to stay in there. A Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo person in the devil with the Emperor. Do you understand? Right. Now, there seems to be above the garden is hands when it comes to golden pentacle. There's always two sides to a story, like two sides to a coin. That's why I have yin, yang, up, down, left, right. We have finances, resources, and spiritual treasures. Now, someone was studying through the energy of a Queen of Swords when it comes to the living and the dead. They were learning about sex magic through energy spells, sex energy spells. Do you understand? Somebody was looking at someone's spiritual treasure, a Queen of Pentacles, when it comes to finance. They don't want to win at any cost. So now we're looking at maybe creativity, wealth, when it comes to maybe the beginning of a physical plane. So now we're looking at the promises of the world when it comes to possibilities of financial wealth, when it comes to spirituality, spiritual treasure. Okay, so now look at the Ace of Wands, which is known to the root of the power of the earth, creation. Because remember, Ace of Wands looks like a willy, isn't it? All right, create, to procreate on earth. But somebody was squandering the resources and misusing of the power of greed and base of desire. A Queen of Pentacles was learning the energy, how to manipulate the dead and the alive for sex, inheritance, and death. Under judgment for that. Under judgment. You have to safeguard your most valuable treasure. It's you. You are the pentacle. You are. Because you're on earth, you are the pentacle. So now you're looking at maybe the pentacle associated with steady, grounded, reliable, meant to be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But instead, the money got squandered for useless power, misuse of power, misuse of resources for someone's comfort. So now you're looking at, you need to save God, your treasure, so you can pass them on to others who will care for them as well. Not the devil, Queen of Pentacles. She's jealous of the Queen of Swords. Because the Queen of Swords made her own foundation. Now, there's separation. They don't know each other back to back. She studied the Queen of Swords in the Emperor's house. How to be the Empress. So now the devil in the yard. So now you're being judged by God. Because now you see the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, she is one that comes with direct emotional energy of the four queens. You look at the Golden Crown when it comes to maybe the throne of the mental pattern of easy to reach information because they have an open mind. They embody the qualities of an Aries sword, which is the truth. So now you're looking at the possibilities of the most intelligent woman in the tarot deck. So I don't know where she's going for earthly goods. Your money can't outrun my intellect. That's why nobody wanted to reply to me. Why? Because she doesn't have that intellect. This is why I heard them last night. A bunch of them. Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords energy. They're weird. They're weird. They're weird. Weird people. So now you're looking at a quick thinker when it comes to communication. She's very intense when it comes to perspective. Okay, she's a very good, keen observer. She was observing the Emperor. So now you look at a law defender when it comes to friends. She don't hesitate to cut you down, boy, to size. Do you understand? She don't get to be that Queen of Swords by staying quiet. No. Queen of Swords ain't quiet. You wish. So now you're looking at maybe someone's counting on her to make observation and thoughts with clear. Maybe someone wants some company. I think they thought she'd be clear in any business and home. There's Queen of Swords. And this is what she's hoping for, but she can't do it. So now look at time, look at experiences. You're looking at the Queen of Swords when it comes to grace, charm, logic, intellect, power, discernment, analysis, science. Very professional. This is what they were learning from this Queen of Swords in this house. That's why they keep chanting last night with their spell word. Queen of Swords energy, Queen of Swords energy, Queen of Swords. Weirdos. On the other end, the Queen of Swords can be very angry, aloof, hateful, cruel, bitter, and hypocrite. Do you understand? Very deceptive. Because the most intelligent woman in the deck. So the Queen of Swords, she is the air. She can cut off your air supply because she comes with the information. The Queen of Swords brings the light to the dark, information. So now you look at leadership. Okay, she represents the leadership. She represents intellectual concerns. And you're looking at maybe the chance of the leader. Okay, one with a very sharp tongue. Queen of Swords, don't say quiet for no one. They're like Geminis. Gemini can chat. Listen, Gemini can talk you to sleep. So with the tarot, she's earned the right to wear the crown of wisdom. And that's why it's been given to her by the angels. Look, they flew right to her. You have the crown of wisdom. Just got it. So no one can't take it. No witch spell, nothing can't take nothing from the Queen of Swords. So they can go Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords. You fucking weirdos. You're a weirdo. Emperor, leader, strength. He bears the sins of his people and he lays down his life to protect his family, home, country. Always family, home, country. Okay? Family, home, country. Family, home, country. Alright? Family, home, country. Community. Family, home, country, town. So that is the home, the nature of the Emperor. He represents stability. Okay. The Emperor has mastered all four kings. Okay. He is the one that brings enlightenment to the people, divine right of the kings. Okay. Because he is the Egyptian of the Egyptian cross that symbolizes balance between male and feminine. That's the Emperor. He has to have male, feminine. He can't be a dictatorship. He can't be tyrant, abusive, or misuse his power. And now you look at the god of war in this yard. I don't know where you get these words from, god of war. God don't do no war. It's you lot. It's you lot how you treat your home, your country, and your family. We're looking at power of authority when it comes to leadership. Now we're looking at maybe the emperor feels like a scapegoat because why? He has the sacrificial lamb. It's like he had a calling to go in to this tower that has energy and aggression. Because he has a calling from God. So then you can maybe domination, reasons, civilization, confidence, logic. Because the emperor, he has a calling to go in that tower. Because he's got the lamb, sacrificial lamb. He sacrificed to go in that tower for his people, protect his home, country, and his people. He has no choice. As much as the empress bogs him out, cusses him out every day. Yeah, that's the energy of the emperor. Alright? Now, we're looking at choices. Someone's run out of their choices. Maybe someone can't look anymore because they bring confusion. They didn't have any choices in the first place. They were learning, okay, about sex magic, death, and inheritance. This Queen of Pentacles, the devil in the tower. Maybe the Emperor had maybe a choice between two. Maybe he sees the Queen of Swords as very grounded, a very good businesswoman, someone that can work from home to make good, balanced decisions. Someone's very happy about a solid foundation. Someone's looking at walking away from a Queen of Pentacles, use your intuition. Because now we're looking at air sign, take that leap of faith with no baggage, no expectation, because the soul of the self is very powerful. It has the strength to bring in your tools, okay, for your barriers, safe barriers from the soul of the self, and it gives you that extra one, okay, for your strength and ambition. So now you look at the soul of the self. If someone was a fool, they went to a Queen of Pentacles, they went to nothing. So you've got to walk away from people, things in place that don't stand for your highest good, because there's an 8 of Cups. So even when you add something there was numb, there was no emotion. They were just studying the energy of maybe the Emperor. So now you're looking at someone's coming out naked, boy. Swift messages about this group, about this team of people. God's watching this foresight, the Queen of Pentacles, or the Cancer person. Maybe someone's single because now they're looking at going into a legal matter, a Taurus person when it comes to institution, when it comes about balance. Someone's gone within, maybe a Virgo person when it comes to reliability. They broke the heart, they didn't care about broken hearts. They went right this way into a team about messages. Now they're under judgment. How heavy is your heart, Miss Queen of Pentacles? And they said it's as heavy as a stone because it's right next to the scales of the heart. So it's Miss Queen of Pentacles. Her heart's being weighed about being promiscuous, about being a dark spiritual practice practitioner, a Taurus person when it comes to a solid foundation, when it comes to God's spiritual treasure. Gemini person being very blunt about his Taurus person to be blocked from this house because now you're seeing there's too much spiritual warfare from the energy. Remember, this is like the god of war. There's too much conflicts. So now you're looking at the soul world. Maybe someone's looking at King of Cups. King of Cups needs to walk away from people, things, and places because he's quite immature. Maybe he's walking away from a Aquarius person because now he's in the tower. Unwanted changes. Someone's looking at fast speed messages from the soul of the self. Pay attention to your intuition so you can take a leap of faith, so you can focus on taking chances, a different direction to your soul of the self. Because now you're looking at, there you go, Ace of Pentacles. It's all meant to go that way. It went with one hand. Now the angels are coming and it's got two hands away from a Queen of Pentacles. You're not getting nothing. You've got to give back that karmic debt. whether she likes it or not. So now it was not handed with two hands because we trusted the emperor. Now it's with two hands because now we have to go back to God and say, yo, a Queen of Pentacles tried to take the money, God, because from the downloads, God said, okay, wait there. You want to play chess games with your flat chest? All right, let's sit down, Emperor and Queen of Coins. Let's play your game against someone very loving. So now you see someone taking that leap of faith, maybe, to a very loving, intuitive, psychic person. Look at someone very mature, very nurturing when it comes to soul world. Someone's looking at smelling the roses, looking at maybe critical messages, or trying to make a critical decision when it comes to taking a leap of faith for a new journey. All right, because this is when everyone thinks you're stupid. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Do you know what I mean? Because you're going by your intuition. Oh, don't believe that. What, you still think about that person? Well, if you're having telepathic communication and God taught you over the time, whatever you say, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what you say. I know what my calling is. I don't need to hear you calling me in my head about rubbish. Because now I'm thinking about maybe a message, maybe to the Empress. Because now you've got the King and Queen of Cups. Maybe the King of Cups is under judgment for his decision with the Queen of Pentacles making this decision. They're both in this tower. We've seen two towers and that Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Yeah, he's got to walk away. Eight of Cups on both of them. The Aquarius brings the sun of the darkness. And now we saw the darkness and we prong to light. The Aquarius brings the light to dark, innit? To dark. And what's in that tower? King of Pentacles, King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. That's in the tower. The Emperor has to walk away from these two people. Has to make that decision. Because now someone's looking at the dead. You've got to walk away from the walking dead. The shell from hell from in heels. You know? Because you've got a calling. Hey! Bossy Clark! Yo! Let me tell you something, Yana. This girl ain't running. Please go on your yacht. Oh, show me more naked photos, baby. Under judgment. Spiritual judgment. Hey, with a King of Cups, have to walk away. What they did, keep chanting, Queen of Swords energy, Queen of Swords. You pathetic people, absolutely fucking pathetic. So she sat there looking at messages when it comes to maybe the Cup of Wands. Sorry, have a good look, people. Take a picture. Don't miss my words, boy, because I'm not here to play with no one. No one. We're looking at maybe a rash decision, very immature, when it was thoughtless when it comes to these young people. Someone speaking maybe without thinking, a very superficial, theatrical, cruel, unstable young woman, a Queen of Pentacles when it comes to her decisions. We're looking at maybe someone will try to embody the Emperor when it comes to the energy that connects to the suit of the wards when it comes to maybe the world of spirit and creativity. So now this person is the walking dead. We're looking at a rash, immature, thoughtless woman that speaks without thinking, superficial, theatrical, cruel, and unstable young woman. Okay? We're looking at this person was studying the world of spirits and creativity. She was studying about sex, death, and inheritance through spirituality. So now we're looking at the God of War, I guess. Someone was learning about something new, okay? So now this is the lesson. We will be obvious to simply look for signs because now someone's writing on the wall. Oh yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Yep. Outspoken about a message of a news about someone's career. So someone got news about someone's career, boy, and they got very jealous inside. They was looking at someone's shit to come in when it comes to maybe e-commerce, when it comes to maybe music, downloads from God, poems from God, business reports from God, and about real estate from God. Queen of Pentacles said, fuck God. And God said, take a seat, darling. Let's play your game. You've learned the theory. Now let's test your practical. Yin, yang, up, down, left, right, remember? Wrong, right, man, woman, poor, sun, dark. So now we're looking at very useful person when it comes to creativity, outspoken when it comes to message. Someone was partying a little bit too early, Miss Queen of Pentacles. Someone that is very curious about someone's career because they were very jealous. Could have a bootleg career. Paying for people to make compliments. Has social power. Oh, can you say that about me? Oh, I'll give you £2. Someone loves material. Introverted, acting, but very possessive, unreliable, lazy, jealous, over self-indulgent, stubborn for bitch. Could be an artist, a gardener, or a singer wannabe. If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends. That's what she likes, you see. So now she feels backstabbed. Gemini, backstabbed when it comes to Queen of Cups. Miss Queen of Pentacles, Miss Entitled person, Miss Privileged, that has nothing to be privileged about apart from learning 2 lines because she's a good liar and she learned how to get paid for it in the art industry. Okay? She wants everyone to say, oh, you're the one, Miss Pentacles. Oh, it's all about you. You're my inspiration, darling. Well, if you want to see the devil, go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Because now we're looking at a situation where someone's in a 10 of Swords. Alright, 10 of Swords is about suffering, pain, grief. Someone's very determined to create walls on their pathway before they can get away with it. Because someone said, is God real? You're not allowed to ask, you're not allowed to question if God is real. Because you stole from Adiwali, King Wabadi, or any other person that you're dealing with that is a businesswoman. We're looking at the lessons of maybe spiritual court, which is going to be the walking example. When it comes to maybe when you see people, when it comes to the carnage or camouflage. Someone had a very good camouflage. They camouflaged themselves in the leaves of the bushes, boy. Oh yeah, Monopoly time for that one. Because now you're looking at maybe barely visible. Oh yeah, because now the swords are in maybe a Gemini's back or maybe the Queen of Pentacles. Of their intentions, purpose, unmistakable purpose. No, unmistakable, no purpose. Someone's looking at maybe a bush hacker. Because someone was learning. Oh yeah, they thought they were visible. Nope, we saw everything. So now looking at the 12 juries, they went to God and told God about this Queen of Pentacles. Now, Queen of Pentacles looking at a gloomy time when it comes to her words, her thoughts, her verbal duality. Looking at the swords that threatened to symbolize someone's personal attacks, gossip, and backstabbing. A Queen of Pentacles was doing that. So now looking at, not very surprising really, because now you're looking at maybe when it comes to 10 of Swords, suffering, pain from disillusionment. Someone's looking at grief, because now someone's looking at a fortune teller. Ooh, yep. They went to a fortune teller before they can point them out carefully. How to backstab someone in a violent death when it comes to spiritual attacks. So now looking at sometimes, all right, you have to look at the word imprisonment. That's where she's going for treason. For treason, baby. When it comes to the ace and a king. When it comes to maybe a Gemini person. Maybe known for ruin. Miss Queen of Pentacles was backstabbing, doing personal attacks. She tried to ruin the Queen of Swords, or maybe the Emperor. She tried to ruin the wisdom and colour God's name bad with lies, spiteful, gossiping, trying to take advantage because they had a power and authority. We're looking at the 10 of Swords when it comes to the Sun, the source of the energy of enlightenment. Could be thinking about a Gemini person when it comes to thoughts of communication. Someone's worried about being stabbed in the back. Don't turn your back, Miss Queen of Pentacles. Instead, turn around and face your fears. Judgment time for you. We're looking at taking that leap of faith. No baggage, no expectations. Away from a Queen of Pentacles. Down to judgment for being very demonic. Now you're looking at Queen of Cups. King and Queen of Cups. The decision that they did, because it's time to come out about divine entity, a soul world. Someone taking a leap of faith. Now you're seeing all your resources come back from nothing to something. From nothing to something. Why? Because Queen of Pentacles is nothing. Never will be something. She's just a walking mattress. Physical attraction. Nothing else. Barely. Take the makeup off. Take the wig off. Take the Gucci's off. There you go. Real demonic demon entity. Ugly bitch. Backstabbing. Turn around, baby, and face your motherfucking fears, boy. Because it's not going nowhere. Judgment Day is here for Queen of Pentacles. So we're looking at now the Earth Angel, the juries, the 12 jurors have gone to God. God is the judge, not Queen of Pentacles. We don't care what you got to say. The Walking Dead. Trying to take people's energy to make her look like she was alive. But she's got no lights on within. She's dead. She's dead. She's nothing. No soul, baby. That's not my fault. It's her fault. But she did. All we did was transmit all that dark black energy back to her. Everything she learned, waste of time. It's gone to her now. How do you trends back? Voodoo, partitioners, walking love, talking truth, correct your flaws. You transmit it right back to the Queen of Pentacles. Now she can't handle it. Oh, Addie, save me. She's doing voodoo, voodoo, doo-doo unto me. Nope, you're doing it. Now you're under judgment, my darling. Under judgment. Never mind. Next time, behave yourself. It's God real? You're not allowed to question. Because why? We saw this entrapment. You wanted this house, singly, from a Leo person. You wanted the Queen of Swords, blocked. You thought she'll be unhappy. Sorry, bitch. Too resourceful for you, my darling. Too resourceful. 7, 8, 9. Ah, I use my intuition for all my wishes to come true. Even when I was 15, 14, you know, jumped in my mum's car. Why? Because I learned how to drive that way. Sorry. Taurus and your institution. Try again. Maybe try a bit more harder tonight. Let's see what's going to take you. We look at the sun, the energy of enlightenment. We're enlightened. The god of war don't make no brass cloth sense. But the only people that do war is man, not God. Stop colouring God bad. Alright, we're looking at stability. Balance, there you go. We want a balanced soul world. Away from the devil, my darling. Trying to block the Empress, Aquarius, Empress, and Empress. Someone's walking away from this group, boy. Because this house is demonic, man. It needs balance. Soul world, man. The Emperor's meant to look after his people, his family, and the country and the world. He's mastered all 4 elements of the kings. The kings are meant to obey, but he's not allowed to be idolized, okay, or idled. Alright? Don't follow this Queen of Pentacles or going down the dark way. I just saw an 8 of Cups. Somebody needs to walk away from the Queen of Pentacles. You got to walk away from people, things, and places that don't serve you for your highest good. Alright, my darlings? Now, the lioness. The lion and the lioness. The lion and the lioness. Oh, yeah. A Leo person. There you go. These people are fucking hard of hearing. Oh, Queen of Swords. There you go. So fed up with you lot. So fed up. Oh, yeah. In her own 10 of Pentacles, by the way. 2 of Cups. I ain't got time for you ignorant people. Keep chanting my name tonight, baby. Because all I do is wake up and start laughing. And then I go and get me breakfast. Oh, yeah. I like a big fat breakfast. I eat dinner for breakfast. I'll get up and make a pizza. I'll wake up and make rice and peas at crazy hours. Oh yeah, that's me, boy. Time is not my master. Energy is. Never mind. Page of Pentacles. Money matters. Donations. Tower moment. Miss Queen of Pentacles. We're looking at maybe the Ace of Pentacles. We're looking at the 6 of Pentacles. Looking at donations was falsely given under pretense. Alright, because somebody was looking at being very greedy. What's the name? Is Queen of Pentacles. We're looking at the 6 of Pentacles in the Tower. Oh yeah. Somebody was looking at demonstration when it comes to balance of giving and receiving. Was very imbalanced. Looking at a very unbalanced set of scales when it comes to maybe the pleas of 2 beggars. Oh yeah. A water sign person, King of Cups, and a Queen of Pentacles. They're natural form beggars. Okay, always looking for supplements. Oh yeah, supplements, see, baby. Oh yeah, bend over. We're looking at maybe the beggar. Oh yeah, clearly in need of aid. You could be looking at a businessman when it comes to wealth. You could be looking at maybe an oversized person when it comes to generosity. Maybe looking at 3 people outside of your gates begging every day. This could be a businessman that's committed to fairness, ethical trading. You could look at maybe at a legal for trade. Someone was a trader, man. Because someone was doing trading, business trading, contracts. And you're meant to be building a solid foundation, equal give and take. But somebody was taking someone's wealth because they were learning about sex, death, and inheritance. Because someone's looking for someone's treasure because they didn't then have no financial security or financial analysis or financial awareness. Okay, so now we're looking at the demonstration when it comes to gifts. They didn't want to share the gifts. They were holding on to people's gifts. It could be anything from like goodwill, business, e-commerce, trading, present, gifts, favors, you name it. Because the Queen of Pentacles is very jealous, unsatisfied, not very ambitious. All right, they're looking at that class warfare when it comes to maybe pride and the prejudice. You can't look at people when you need a man to build your foundation. So they look at maybe taxation. So now this person owes tax to the maybe the earth and tax, karmic tax to the universe. You could be looking at someone's destruction when it comes to their own wealth, when it comes to reputation. People are very forced, okay, to redirect money into their pocket. We're looking at maybe the reflection of maybe a Taurus person when it comes to stability, comfort, and pleasure. Someone did not find a balance when it comes to sharing with others, when it comes to nurturing yourself and others and your community and your people. They cannot be the empress. It's impossible. So remember that you can't give what you don't blood clot have. Yo! Listen! Tell the people that I don't have it and see how far the Queen of Pentacles start changing. She ain't going to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend. You got no money. What the fuck would I want to be your friend? This is pride and the prejudice, man. That's what I mean. These women are funny. They're into that pride and prejudice. But tell them to go and wash your own shit. Go and build your own shit. They couldn't do it. They can't do it. Running up the mouth. Running up the mouth. Go and do it now then, as your mouth is so fucking big. So now you're looking at maybe your soul world when it comes to maybe your foundation. Someone got a letter about money matters with the Queen of Pentacles. She's under judgment because she is the devil in the tower. Someone's shocked about a Virgo person. A Virgo person. The Queen of Pentacles under judgment for a Virgo person. A young Virgo person. We're looking at the Higher Priestess. We're looking at the energy of the Higher Priestess, okay? Because the Higher Priestess, she represents when it comes to allowing the mysteries of life to flow through her. That's the Queen of Swords, okay? She represents the Higher Priestess that embodies like the energy of the moon when it comes to humility, when it comes to maybe the rules of the night. She rules the night. We're looking at an astrologer. We're looking at maybe information. So somebody was learning about someone's motherhood, nurturing, because they see this person as very influential. So maybe you're a Cancer person when it comes to maybe home and family life. Someone was playing with dark spiritual practices. So now you're looking at voodoo. Now you're looking at someone when you're saying you're not obligated to reveal your thoughts to anyone. Someone's guarding their knowledge or their wisdom, because carefully you know when to speak and when to remain silent. Because no more message or downloads going to whose email. You're mad. So now she's looking for someone else to suck him and see at the seas on the yacht. Because now someone's looking at the Higher Priestess when it comes to the energy of a crowned person. Very intuitive, very psychic. Knows the secret between heaven and earth, the mysteries of the wisdom, the whisperer of animals and man. Looking at revelations. Someone has a very high intuition, a psychic ability when it comes to spirituality. Someone's been guided, spiritually guided to be a spiritual teacher. Now you look at divine feminine. She knows the secrets, the mysteries, and she's unveiling the future of a Queen of Pentacles that's going to be silent soon. All right? We've gone within, and now we're going to be single. Maybe a Leo single, or Aquarius single, or Queen of Pentacles single. We're looking at karmics. We're looking at south node, north node. Please, people, no more crystal magic, moon magic, all of that. Just walk in love, talking truth, be patient. There's your Ace of Pentacles. It is in 2 hands now. God said, all right, let's play, baby. Get on your bike. Let's play. because she worked on making sure this pentacle went to her from the messages from the divine feminine, the lioness. So now she's in the den. Why? The devil, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person under the moon of deception. A very dark horse, a very dark entity. Very dark. Okay, so entrapment for Chivika. There was an entrapment when it's God's treasures, alright, God's sovereigns. Because now you're looking at divine masculine with the higher priestess. They go together. Because when it comes to justice, you need the king and queen of swords with the emperor. Do you understand? Right. That's spiritual law. That's spiritual law. So now you see the emperor. The emperor needs to look after his family, himself. He was guided to go into this burn furnace because he has to teach the people. At the same time, he's got to protect the people, the country, and the world. But he's not allowed to be idolized. A Leo person. He's coming out with victory. Her King of Wands, man. Happily ever after. Judgment. This is Judgment Day from his choices of a lover, the devil. This is choice. Okay, give me some explanation about the devil control. Someone trying to control. There you go, the devil. Cancer person and a Capricorn and a Taurus. Lovers. Wish fulfillment. Their decision. They're under judgment. The devil. She can't run from it. It's how they worked. And he was guided to go in there to control this devil that was doing secret rituals. They were doing secret rituals. They were doing voodoos, learning about energy magic, how to change destiny and stuff by being the god of war. I don't know where you lot are going. So now you're looking at 4 and 7. They were looking for an investment. So now you understand you invested into a very demonic lover. That was the wish fulfillment. And now the wish fulfillment is in anger. Shattered dreams, because the devil's there. Promise will come to a fool. Judgment is here for Queen of Pentacles. Remember, walk in love, talking truth. Love you guys. Bye.